Maybe you are very curious to know what is happening in the global market right now. If you are someone who is very interested to know the global market scenario, then you should not miss this podcast. Here I am trying to bring in a lot of details that can help you sail through this turbulent water of global market. And for that, I'm doing is bring up to you the actual scenario in the global market. For that, I'm using different prominent charts representing different countries. Here in this global market review, we will be looking at the market performance in US, Europe, major Asian markets, Australia, and even major South Africa and African markets. And let's understand the situation in these markets. Our analysis begin from US. Let's dive into the US market. US market right now has seen an 0.16% growth. The market now stands at 5918.25. That is an powerful upward momentum, considering the fact that at a point the market was 5902.71, and from there it has grown to this. That gives an indication that US market is slightly bullish in trend and the buyers are in control of the market. Let's understand the scenario of other markets. It is important to know whether other markets are inconsistent with the trend in US market, or there is any market which is defying the trend. And for that, let's begin with Europe. The situation in Europe looking as bearish as the US market. At a point, European market was somewhere near 4972.95. Now it remains at 5017.91. That is a 0.43% growth. That gives an impression that both the major Western markets are in the uptrend. Here, it's time to move to Asian markets. The three major Asian markets are Chinese market, Japanese market, and Indian market. All three markets are looking bearish. That is something that should be noted. In the case of Chinese market, the market stays at 3198.83. At a point, it was somewhere near 3218.30. That gives an impression that market has come down to 0.39%. That is a considerable downfall, considering the fact that the trend in the West was favorable. Then moving on to Japanese market. Japanese market at a point was somewhere near 39508.61. Now it has plummeted to 39218.77. That is 0.98% fall we have witnessed in the Japanese market. That gives an impression that sellers are in control of the market and buyers has made no clear attempt to outperform sellers. That allowed the sellers to gain ultimate control of the market. The scenario in the Indian market is not different. As we have discussed earlier, Indian market has also seen a fall. It has come down to 23349.350. At a point, it was at a peak of 23588.95. The downfall that we have witnessed in the Indian market right now is almost 0.75%. That is a very clear downfall we have witnessed in Asian markets. It is important to understand the scenarios in other major markets. What is left now is to understand the scenario of Australia and Africa. To rightly measure the scenario of Australia and Africa, we are using South Africa and the Australian major index, that is S&P AX 200. And in South African index, we are using all share index. The Australia's major market, South Africa, is down, is up, considering the fact that what we are looking at is all share index, Johannesburg Stock Exchange. The market has reached 83698.32. At a point, it was at a low of 83245.93. The last 24 hours growth in the market is nearly 0.66%. That gives an impression that South Africa, the major African market, follows the Western trend today. And the situation in Australia mostly resembles what we have seen in the Asian markets. The Australian market has come down to 0.48%. That is a clear downfall. That is a clear bearish momentum we have seen in the Australian market. At a point, the market has touched an peak of 8355.90, but it has fallen to an bottom of 8262.40, and right now it stays at 8289.10. That indicates that the market hasn't made any kind of powerful upward momentum, defying the downtrend it has witnessed in the last 24 hours. And considering the overall scenario, the market has seen a drop of 0.50%. That brings us to a conclusion that right now, the Western markets and the South African market are the only markets which are showing upward momentum. All the major Asian markets, including China, Japan, and India, are in the downtrend. Australian markets today, unlike the previous day, it's following the trend in Asia. That was an overall review of performance of global markets. It is Jan 10, 2025.